Hello everybody and welcome to another episode where I, Harbinger, play Wingspan and talk about my choices during the game. So let's start here. Wingspan is one of my favorite board games of all time, and I played the game over 300 times, so I think I have a pretty decent understanding of what you're supposed to do at all times. Now, let's see. The first thing I see is that we have some more expensive birds and some cheap birds. The pied-billed grebe, it's a 0-pointer, so I'm not really too interested in picking up that. Cockatiel could give us some points by taking cards, and if we have it, activate before a card that lets you do something, that lets you do... never mind. It's cycling resources to tech cards. So I'm not really too fan of that, but if you have it in the forest, you can get points from the forest, which is nice. The red knot, it's another bonus card, and it's a 7-pointer, which is really great. The great heel is a really good card because you can look at 3 cards and pick the best one. The only thing is that you only keep a card if at least one of them is a wetlands bird, so sometimes you don't get what you want. And the grey Butcherbird, which lets you tuck and cage when something luck-based happens, and it's a high variance but 2-pointer, so I'm going to pick that. And let's see. Birds that can only live in the wetlands and consecutive birds in the grasslands. I think the only wetlands is more realistic to pull off, especially since we can pick up both the grey teal and the red knot. So let's do that. We'll put the grey butcherbird in the forest as our initial bird and pick up food for the grey teal and take it from there. So let's pick up the right food and let's wait what to do what the other players are doing. No, I really like about the grey butcherbird is that it's already 5 points, and it has a chance of gaining more points during the game, and every time you gain point you gain at least 2, so it's a much lower chance than all the other look at the card birds, but when it hits twice.
Grey butcherbird. If prey is too large to eat whole, the butcherbird will store it and tear it into pieces.
So let's take the food we need to play the grey teal. We need a vertebrae, we need a nectar or a grain, and let's look. First one is a dud, but that's okay. Let's play the grey teal. If we can get Cass and Sparrow, it's a nice addition to our board, but we don't want to spend a turn just to pick it up when we can take 2 cards and a possible third the next turn if we wait until after the grey teal is played. We don't get it. That's a shame. We want to have at least one bird we can activate. We want one bird in the grasslands before we want to activate it, so we can put 2 eggs on the butcherbird. But let's see. We could possibly go for... We plan to have at least a few more birds in the wetlands, so maybe the black red start is something to look for. Or it's early in the game, so another bonus card won't hurt. Let's look for bonus cards. And the Colt It, that's a great card. It lets you choose whether or not you want to spend the grain there for profit. So yeah, we have to take the forested turn. Do we want to play it? It follows up with a lot of the round goals, and it works for wetland scientists. So yeah, let's keep that card for now. we are picking up quite a few birds, so we could do a red-winged blackbird, but let's focus on building our engine first. And there is nectar in the feeder, so let's take the nectar, and we will probably play the coal tit as fast as possible. Or should we play the greater prairie chicken first, so that we can get more out of the egg laying action? Let's see. Yeah, let's play the prairie chicken first, but also pick up food for the. Oh, that means that we need to beware on what we're picking. Which turn is this? This is turn 3, so we can gain food, play one bird, and take eggs. Let's not take too many nectars, even though we aren't really offered that either. Okay. Great, that's a 2-pointer. And now we play a prairie chicken. And let's see, we are not doing the consecutive birds in wetlands, but we will really love a falconer, giving additional 2 points every time we play a predator bird. Predator birds are already usually high in points, and yeah, that bonus cards just make them even better. So we are laying eggs. Let's be sure to put them on the correct bird, and let's get going. I see that somebody picked up a woodpecker, giving out free eggs for nesting box eggs. That means that we really want to have both the coal tit and the forester's tern out in the playing field. I'm just going to play the forester's tern immediately, in case we are prompted to get one the next turn. As we need it won't postpone when we're playing the coal tit, and we want to play the forester's tern before we play the red knot anyway. So yeah, this just gives us an opportunity of picking up a free egg, which we didn't get. Now let's pick up food for the coal tit. Let's take the grains and nectar. And we did not get the tucker card. There we have a free one. Then let us play the coal tit and use that egg. Of course, I should be actually starting to try to divert eggs over to the wetlands, as that is the next goal. Maybe it was a mistake to use that egg. Oh well, let's gather food for the red knot. Or is there any birds here we want to look at? I don't think it is. Now we already have 2 birds in the forest that are gaining us points per turn. So we actually could be looking at making something happen in the forest. But yeah, let's go for the red knot first. And we should not sell the red knot to pick up another necktie. That would be quite silly. It's a free egg. Let's do 1 nectar and 1 rodent, as we have the falconer. play that bird, spend an egg from a different habitat. And Omnivore Expert, also a really great card that makes stuff like the canvas back even better than they are. Let's see, Griffin Vulture, okay. Red-bellied woodpecker. I'm going to take the canvas back just because it's now it's a 6-pointer for 2 food that we can lay 4 eggs on for the next round goal, and we already have the food to play it, which is great, and it can also help us win this round goal, and yeah, I think it's the best. I think it's the best pick here. So since we are already playing 4 only water birds, I think we will really like to try to go for a 5th. Yeah, but we have a good time. Yeah, this is the food I am going to spend on it, and we are going to spend the only eggs we have available. And that play netted us a lot of points by winning that round goal, which I really enjoy. The black-crowned night heron is a 9-pointer. I love 9-pointers, so I will be picking up that if I get the opportunity to, and we do. Now we should of course also look at the 2 other cards that are possibly gifted to us first, and yeah, let's take the black-crowned night heron. Now the Fringer's Hawk is a 8-pointer for 2 food, which is also great, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, let's give everybody a bird. The blue grosbeak is not really something to be writing home about. American crow, it's a 6-pointer for 1 food, that's also nice. And yeah, let's see, we could play a crackle. It's a 5-point bird for 2 food that lets us take cards and lay eggs. Yeah, I think we pick that and play it in the forest. And let's throw away the white-throated swift. Now let's see, we want to play the common grackle, so let's try to pick up some nectars for that. Awesome. I think we actually want to play most of these cards, and the ones we don't want to play, we don't want to turn into food, we want to turn it into eggs in the grackle. So let's not skip it, and yes, thank you, and shame. The grey Butcherbird hasn't really been paying out for us this game. Another free egg, let's put that where they belong, in the wetlands. Now, we could of course have played the grackle here and laid eggs in the wetlands, but that will mess up the scientist card. So let's do forest grackle. Take our egg out of here. And now we want egg food for the black-crowned night heron. We won't be playing it this turn, so maybe we also should rather look at other birds. Maybe we could play the Feringus hawk. Yeah, we can take food, play the Feringus hawk, and lay eggs in the wetlands. How will that look? That might actually also net us some decent points with the round end goal. So let's have that in mind when we go here. Okay, so we want then we want a nectar and a rodent. Do we also pick a food for... No, we don't. Let's see. We are tucking the blue grosbeak and laying an egg. We're taking a grain. And we are not getting lucky on the butcherbird, but that's okay. Then we play the Fergus hawk in the grasslands, and we use the crackles eggs. So let's see. We should maybe win the round 3 goal if we lay eggs. Now we don't have any excess cards I want to drop, but we have the opportunity to convert one of these foods to an egg, and both food here and eggs on the field are worth points. So it's just a different kind of utility we are converting it into. So I am going to do this for the hope of being able to winning the round and goal. And not lucky. And yeah, we won that. It's awesome. 6 points. And now birds with tucked cards. Now we don't have the options to play 2 more birds, 3 more birds that can tuck cards. But if we get 1, we will get 1 point ahead of green. It's not really a priority. Let's see. We could tuck a card behind the gray teal if we go down here, but then we only get that point. Let's see. No tucks here, and no extra tucks there. So yeah, it's not really a high priority to activate this habitat again, when we also can just do stuff in the forest. Now we do want extra cards to tuck underneath the crackle, so that's something to have in mind. Yeah, let's see. Let's actually run down here, since we have the opportunity to tuck cards underneath the crackle. So we want maybe the kestrel. It's a 7-pointer for 2. We only have it only cost 1 egg. The blooming warbler is an 8-point for 2. Okay, it gets the edge out of the kestrel. The red kite. It has both falconer and the other card, so this is an 8-pointer, and it doesn't cost food, and it will tuck a card. So yeah, that's actually a really great pickup. What's the last one? Northern Flicker. Okay. Sure, let's give everybody a card. Common Golden Eye. Yeah, let's dump the Golden Eye afterwards, and yeah, let's tuck either of these cards and toss the Golden Eye. Now, I usually don't like playing the red kite, but this time it's actually really good. Now the only question is, do we have something to actually sacrifice to it? Let's see, or we could just play it plainly out in the field. We don't have to play it for the tucking cost, but then we want to have another tucked card. And actually tucking another card with it would make us tie. Let's see. Anyway, we are no doubt we want to play the background that tenor. It's a 9-pointer that also nets us the extra 4 points from Wetland Scientist, so that's a no-brainer. We really want to do that. So we take the nectar, and let's see, we also want 2 worms for the warbler and a worm for the night heron. So worms are great. We need to get enough cards or food, so let's do this. Could have gotten more nectar. We take a flicker to get another egg. We take grain, and we are for once lucky. So now we have 3 turns left, and we really want to maximize the amount of points we get. We could play the night heron now. It would cost us points since we don't have enough. Enough rodents for it. So I actually want to try to go down the forest engine again, and we know that no matter what, activating the forest engine is one of the best ways for me to generate points, since I don't have a proper grasslands or wetlands engine for point generation. So let's do the let's take some nectars, and let's tuck the American crow, and then we will have the possibility to either play the blue-winged warbler or the red kite as the last action. Okay, so let's do the analytics on red kite versus the blue-winged warbler. Now, the blue-winged warbler, it's pretty straightforward. We play it in the grasslands. It costs 1 egg. It's 7 points. The red kite, we could play it here for 2 worms and a single corn or grain. We will. And it triggers 2 of our plays here, so that will also so it's 8 points minus 2 points for 1 egg and 1 grain, so that's 6 points. So we don't want to do that. Secondary, we could maybe go from tying last place or tying second place for 3 points to tying first place for let's see, 5 points, and then so we are gaining 2 points on yellow and gaining 2 points on green, which is a net 2 more points if we are tucking a card with the red kite. Now, to tuck a card with the red kite, we don't have to spend the resources. We are just doing 8 plus 2, so 10 points, plus on the tucked card 11 points, minus whatever we are tucking behind. So if we do the cold hit, we lose 6 points. If we do the crackle, we lose at least 5 points. I'm uncertain how the flock mechanics work with it. And yeah, so no matter what we tuck behind the red kite, we lose more points than we gain. And that's also given that the other guys don't tuck more cards afterwards. So I think we're going to go with the blue-winged warbler. I think that's the correct play, and let's spend that and be happy. We get the last free egg. Let's put it on the canvas back. apparently I am winning in all the nectar fields. That's because we went for a forest engine and we're just picking up nectars left and right. So that's a 15 points from the nectar. Also, we won almost all of the round goals, so that's pretty cool. We should be winning this game, I think. $124. That's a pretty decent score, I think. No thanks to the Butcherbird that only managed to land 2 out of the, I believe, 6, 7, 8 times we tried. Yeah, the water stuff went really good for us. We got we got some pretty great water birds, and we got a lot of free eggs that let us take charge of the game. Also, the 2 bonus cards we picked up during the game are really good because they are so easy to just let you know which birds you want to play. And yeah, all in all, we had a pretty decent game. I hope you enjoy this. I've been the Harbinger, and Harbinger is out.